This is the clothing bank that we're coming into. This is virtually, we have a very small staff and a lot of volunteers that make this work. And so, and back over behind there is storage for the work. Clothing that is donated is stored in a minute on these racks. And, you know, like people are going through their summer wardrobes now, and we get that now, but it'll be out in the spring and summer.
Distributed, gave away close to $900,000 worth of clothing at used clothing prices. Most of it was here. We also have, shared with some different organizations, churches and others that are doing like community outreach. There's a Latino church in Colombia. We provide them clothing and are happy to do that. And that $900,000 figure, that represents if people went to, say, Goodwill or Salvation Army, spent $5 or $6 or $7 for an item. That's how that's calculated. So it's really, it's a lot of clothing. Today, there must have been, I don't know, do we have 30, 40 families?
We have 30 families, and we can only serve 30 because of time constraints each day, and we actually had to turn a couple of families away, so we expect they'll be back on Thursday.
Which is one of the reasons we are looking at a larger facility. Sometimes we can't serve all the people that come. There's only a certain number of hours we can be open for that program, because then we have food comes next. And so we don't want to be turning people away for any of our programs. And we made an adjustment to our food distribution recently, so we could serve everybody that came in a particular day, no matter how many people came. But clothing is still an issue. There's only that much space in there. We can only accommodate a certain number of families, shopping at any given time, and we give them 15 minutes each, just so we can get more people through. The other efficiency we're looking to get is, right now, items might be touched 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. They stored it here, very labor intensive. Feel free to come back and volunteer. We only put items out that we would want our family members to wear. Other items go to a recycle, Water Street bales and different programs. But sometimes we have to put items up on boxes, bring them down later. So we'd like to be able to, when we sort items, if we're going to keep it, we just go out into the area where people will be able to select it. Any questions on clothing? Yes.
Are families referred to you to be helped there, or they just schedule a appointment with you? Or?
We have set schedules for Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 12. And so people can be referred from, by word of mouth, United Way link, or 211. We get a lot of referrals there. We also have, caseworkers, for example, the refugee resettlement programs, and often we'll do appointments for them. Another example of an appointment, we had a call from the county prison. There's a gentleman that's being released Friday morning, and everybody that's incarcerated, they're given prison clothes, and then when they're released, they're given the clothes that they were wearing when they were arrested. In this case, I think it's shorts and a t-shirt. So he's being released on Friday, and they asked if he could make an appointment so he can come directly here, which obviously we're going to do. We always have a need for new underwear, socks, all those types of things, and interestingly, smaller men's sizes. About 80% of our donations are women's clothes, but particular with individuals coming from refugee status, often much smaller than the average American, and 28, 30-inch waist, 32-inch, a lot more of 34 and up, and almost nothing in the smaller sizes at times. So, consider that if you have young people or doing a jean drive with youth is always a great thing. They do sometimes get new clothes before they wear out the old one. We'll go into the food bank. Last year we distributed, gave away about $770,000 worth of food. A good bit of that is donated to people who do food bags being there are going to be stored at businesses who do food drives. We purchase from Central PA Food Bank probably on average a ton or even 2 tons of food a week. And then also are reaching out to different food distributors and grocers to donate items that, for whatever reason, is not going to be retail. Unfortunately, in this country, between 25 and 30% of all the food that is produced is thrown into landfill while it's still perfectly good. And building the capacity so we can, in Lancaster, receive truckloads, literally truckloads of food, and then distribute it out to the community meals, all the different places that have emergency food distribution is a high priority for us. We hope to accomplish it next year. I mentioned we have another walk-in freezer, and that's going to go in that space back there. Electric's been hooked up, and hopefully we can get that unit in. There's also a lot of meat and other types of produce products that can be resourced for offer-free or very low cost. Central PA Food Bank is a tremendous partner. They have great access to a lot of produce. They just put in a $150,000 cooler just for produce. So they're getting truckloads of produce, and most places don't have the capacity to take it in any quantity. So they're very excited about us building capacity here in Lancaster County. Lancaster County is one of, I think, 27 counties we serve, and I think it's the second largest. Any questions on food? We distribute food every single day, a lot of food. And we're the only organization that works both walk-ins and also takes referrals. So we have several dozen agencies and congregations. You may be part of an organization that we want to make referrals. And I know we were just talking about you. I'm sorry, your name again? Joyce. With Lancaster General, social worker. So you come and you call in or fax in an order in the morning. Call in the morning, and then that order is ready in the afternoon. And Joyce comes and picks it up and takes it.
Or my client.
For the client. Yeah. Sometimes it's the social workers, sometimes it's the client. And Joyce is with Healthy Beginnings Plus. So food is one of the new models that we're really working on is instead of donating cans in, cans out, is really bringing nutrition to the forefront, education, meal planning, as well as the actual nutritious food. So this is Amanda. She runs that program, and set an appointment. They need to either be employed or have promise of work, and they just come in and fill out the form. What else would I say to that?
Well, they need 2 forms of ID, but yeah, basically if they have a job or, firm written job offer, they get a bicycle free of charge. Appointment takes about 15 minutes. They get the bicycle same day, and they get with it a helmet, a combination lock, and then if they're working night shift, they also get headlights and taillights.
And for many people, even if they are on a bus route, the bus schedule doesn't match it to their starting or finishing time. And obviously a lot of jobs aren't on the bus route. So it's we'll do 50 to 70 bikes a year, and it really makes a big difference.